A deadly, invisible substance could be in your home. In fact, 2 in 5 homes in Minnesota have dangerously high levels.
It's the number one cause of lung cancer in a non-smoker. 21,000 deaths in the United States annually.
This substance is radon.
Radon is a radioactive gas that comes from uranium deep in our soil, and as it degrades, it becomes a gas. Every home has an entry point. It gets in through the entry point and just sits and circulates, especially Minnesota because our windows are closed so much of the year. Either it's too hot or it's too cold, so we have our windows closed. So we're at the mercy of our indoor air quality.
There is no safe level of radon. Your risk of lung cancer increases with higher levels of radon gas and increased exposure.
But it's something we can do something about.
Everyone can quickly and easily test their home to determine their risk level and if additional steps need to be taken. The Minnesota Department of Health recommends that every house be tested for radon every 2 to 5 years.
It is an envelope. You just put the temperature of your house, the date and the time, which is actually very important because when you take it down in 3 days, you again put the date and time, and that's the algorithm how they figure it out between how much exposure to the carbon inside of the envelope and what the temperature is. That's how they figure it out. And then within 2 weeks, AirCheck sends back the results.
Typically, this envelope is hung in the basement, but if not the basement, the lowest livable level of the house.
If you don't have a basement, it doesn't matter. It's any place where gas gets in. Between sump pumps and cracks and renovations in the home, there's always an entrance point. It has nothing to do with the basement. We put it in the basement because that's the first lowest main living level of the house. If your main living level is equal with the outside, that's fine.
Getting involved with radon and general home safety isn't a step that every fire department takes, but the SBM department believes that radon education is an important community safety step.
The fire service is now taking an approach called all-hazard risk reduction. And so it isn't just about putting wet stuff on the red stuff anymore. It's about doing everything in our power to keep you from having a fire or injury. So it seems like a perfect marriage to have something like this. It takes me an extra 5 minutes most inside of a home to take care of this issue.
And for Becky, the radon risks have even more meaning. Before she joined the fire department, she worked in healthcare.
20 years being an oncology nurse, I've seen many, many people die of lung cancer, and if we can prevent one death, that's big.
So if you run a test and your levels are dangerously high, you should take action. A simple pipe run from the lowest level up through the roof can divert the dangerous gas away from yourself and your family. And in the realm of home repairs, it's definitely not the most expensive.
Anywhere from $1,000 to $2,200. It's one of the ones that aren't so expensive to fix in a house. Our house is always, they're like all money pits. This isn't as big, but the impact is huge.
For North Metro TV News, Danica Peterson reporting.